got it. All right. 3, 2,
2,
1. That's for the editing. So you can see the 3 blips. That's what you do. Anyways, so but I think one of the things is that we have to recognize is, again, we go back to the lens, right? Religion gives us a cloudy lens. Religion was given to us, right? We still have the lens of slaves.
Yeah.
We still talk in terms of hopes and dreams. Cedric the Entertainer had a skit years ago. You know, everybody my age remember it. Black people live by the wish factor.
I wish a mother would.
Right. And we always talking about I hope, I wish, I dream, I got aspirations, I got goals, I got this,
manifestation.
I got that. Right. Everything is geared towards some future heaven. And religion is in that as well. A prime tenet of most major denominations of Christianity is you suffer on earth so that you can enjoy heaven in the next life. We got to really think about what that means to actually live that philosophy.
Yeah, suffer on earth,
right?
And everything will be good when you die.
To think that your greatest days are in front of you because it can't get any worse than it is right now, and to just accept that.
I say this: the conquered believe that, the conquerors don't, because the conquerors are living their greatness and experiencing their abundance and all that now while they're alive. So you can put, that's the easy way to put that to bed. Conquered people believe that, conquerors don't. Yeah, back to Dr. Clarke though. Yeah.
I'm saying that all organized peasant religions are male chauvinist murder cults, and I say there is no exception. Why I wanted to be here earlier, I wanted to deal with our relationship with the people of the world and the fact that we created peaceful nations that had no word for jail because no one had ever gone to one. No word for old people's home because no one ever threw away grandma and grandpa. No word for orphanage. We did all of this, and over half of human civilization was over before we knew that a European was in the world. Before he wore a shoe or lived in a house that had a window. Now, Africa has always and still is the prize for the whole world. We as a people have always been the world's richest people, culturally rich, mineral rich. We have always been the prize because we have always had and still have something that other people won't, think they can't do without, and don't care to pay for.
I mean, there it is. There it is. So I like how he was articulating that, because we're looking at the effects of religion. We're looking at the effects of being conquered, but he's also taking it back and saying, hey, okay, before the Europeans showed up, this is what it looked like for African people to be organized. So my immediate thought with that is, okay, how can we use that information today in 2022? Because he's saying now, I can't confirm or deny if because I don't have the information when he was saying there's no word for jail or orphanage. I'm not going to get into that because I don't have information to confirm or deny. But what I am getting from that is he's telling us that it really trying to take us back. Hey, before our minds were colonized, this is what we did. So we should take the further step is, okay, let's explore how African people existed. Let's take the elements from that we can use and apply them to today, but we're gonna have to do some tweaking, but apply them to today to be able to get back to gain the organization that we used to have. Because to me, that's one of the most important, powerful points of what he's saying is this is how we are today. We don't really understand organization. We don't really understand working together. Nowadays we don't. I would say, you know, in the past they did a better job, but nowadays we don't. If you're born in like the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, we don't know nothing about that. We don't know nothing about that. But we're adults now. So how can we do something different? So at one point in time, African people were able to work together. White people showed up. Now African people don't know how to work together. So we need to go back and study what we used to do to work together. Even here in America, we have times in America where Black people work together. Now we're not working together. So what was important about that? But one thing that we do know is the way we related to each other, the way we thought about family, the way we thought about community, the way we identified with ourselves and each other. We don't do that no more. Our value on family is trash. Our value on individual self-esteem is trash. Our value on collective self-esteem is hot trash. Our ability to organize and unite is hot trash. Because people have been saying that my whole life. We can't get along. We can't get along. We can't get along. Well, damn it, let's stop saying it and fix it. How do we get along? How do we get along? What do we need to do to get along? I do know we need to start valuing ourselves more. That's going to help us be able to get along.
I think one of the problems we have, again, we go back to lenses and culture, right? One of the biggest problems I see with Black people's ability to work together is the mantra, mind your own business.
Yeah.
Because when I hear Dr. Clarke talking, I hear him talking about community groups that got along.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the entire continent of Africa.
Right. But groups of people who got along.
Groups of people who got along locally. And maybe they had good relationships with the neighbors in their local vicinity. Now, because again, we know, and the only reason I'm saying that is because there are, without doubt, always some people out there that'll be like, Africa was one united place called Akebulan.
Prove it.
No.
Prove it.
But when I hear people like Dr. Clarke talking about our ability to get along and to be culturally cohesive, he's talking about, in a communal space, our ability to not have people in our own community filming problems in our community and putting them on World Star.
Yeah.
Our ability to not encourage websites and articles and social media posts that show the worst of us for clout, especially those that weren't even started by Black people born here in America.
Right.
You know, so I hear that. And when I think about us being able to do that, I begin to think about, like, one of the things, like, so when I was growing up in the hood, everybody knew everybody.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody,
same
mama and daddy, everybody knew everybody, and you could get it from anybody. Like, it was
accountability.
It was at the tail end of that, but it was there. Nowadays, people don't want nobody but them talking to their kids. People don't want nobody in their business. It's hard for a community to develop and get along when you don't want nobody in your business, when you don't want nobody involved in what you got. You know why there aren't a crazy amount of robberies and burglaries happening in say the old white people community? Because everybody know they sitting out on their porch looking. And if you do some wrong shit, they gonna call somebody.
And everybody know everybody. Everybody respect everybody. Like, we've even said it before. There are Black communities here in America that the stuff people do in the hood, you can't go in these Black communities, some of these Black communities, and do that. Now, I'm not saying that these communities are the groups of people that are actually totally working together that we need, but they have a better sense of community. Because you can't come into their community and degrade their community.
But that goes exactly into what I'm saying. How am I supposed to work with you and grow with you and build with you when you don't want me in your business. This is essentially what I'm saying. Your business is my business.
And my business is your business.
Right. My business is your business. Because if I'm doing a shitty job raising my kids, that's not just me that's got to pay for that. You got to pay for that.
Especially when the
Everybody in the
neighborhood
community got to pay for that. Right. When you don't give a damn about the block and drop your trash on the ground, that's not just, oh, well, it ain't hurting nobody. No, it's lowering the property values, which is sucking wealth out of the community. It's affecting everybody. We got to start thinking about it like that and holding people accountable for things that we are now currently saying is not my business. If the dude, if the couple next door to you or in the next apartment over keep getting in fights and banging each other's heads into the wall, that's your business. Especially if you got kids that are growing up in the house with you listening to that.
We got to come together and help. But it's like Shahrazad Ali said, we're getting paid, but she was specifically talking about women, but it's the black community. We're getting paid, and it's horrible behavior is being incentivized by those other groups of people who don't have our best interest.
Right.
We're going to pay you to be destructive.
They want to see it. They pay to see it.
And then the excuse is, well, hey, I got to make it. Because people will say, well, I'm just happy they making money. Well, shit, all money ain't good money.
Right.
Especially if it leads to the destruction of our community.
Great example of this. Well, she lost her endorsement, but the Instagram lady that took the picture with her booty and her cooter out in the fishnets.
Yeah.
I wonder how she got that platform. Like I'm saying, in terms of like, and I'm not casting anything. I'm literally thinking, I wonder if that was a part of what she was doing initially to grow that platform. Was putting herself out on Front Street. Because we do know social media, YouTube, a lot. Look, I love RDC World to death. But some of their most popular videos are showcasing the ignorance of the black community. Now they're doing it in comedic form.
But still,
hey, right?
Hey, if I make you laugh and punch you in your face, you still got punched in the face.
Right. And now I do think a lot of what they're doing is trying to get black people, trying to draw black people's attention to it, like kind of like what Boondocks did, right? I'm gonna show you the ignorance in a way to make you think about it.
Right.
But here's the thing with that. It's the same as with Boondocks. While that might be the intention, black people aren't receiving it that way.
Because there's no explanation and breakdown and understanding of it. You're just leaving people to their own interpretations. And hey, we see how that goes because nothing has come from it. The same thing with this information that our master teachers is giving us. We haven't done a good job of understanding the information. Because if so, once again, things would be different. So back to Dr. Clarke though.
Because we have always been the prize. We have been under siege for over 3,000 years. Nothing that ever brought into Africa from the outside was meant to do the African any good. That means all other religions. Islam was the handmaiden of Arab imperialism. Christianity was the handmaiden of European imperialism. The Hebrew faith was the handmaiden of a concept called the chosen people. Now, if God is kind and God is merciful and God has no stepchildren, he won't choose one over the other. And to say he chose some people, you're making him a bigot. And to say that he endorsed enslavement of one people over the other, you're making him an accessory to murder.
Yeah, just real quick on that. It's so because that's a belief that a lot of black people have accepted, that the God that they believe in has a specific chosen people. And at one point you were not a part of this chosen group of people. Now you know we do have people trying to say that black people in America are Hebrew Israelites. I'm not getting into that. Okay. But it's like we have this information. We believe these things. We believe these things, but nothing is coming from the belief. Like nothing at all is coming from the belief. It's the belief is just helping us be more docile, be more conquered, be more of the people who are just going to continue to be on the lower rung. Like you said, another tool, just another tool used to keep us in that subservient place, just another tool used to make us just not even try to fight back, because we don't even try to really fight back nowadays. Because I'm relating it to now, relating this to now. Like all these religions, all right, we have these religions, but what else do we believe in nowadays? What are the other things that dominate our belief? Social media. Social media is the new god of these days, and the influencers are the demigods. And so now we are, not only are our minds warped from all of these 400-500 years, and then they dump this religion on us, but now you have all these other components and things that we believe in today that don't serve us, all the things that we indulge in, all the things that we idolize that don't serve us. Once again, we continue to give our time, energy, attention, and resources to things that don't serve us. But